Hello everyone and welcome to the session 2 of unit 2, that is estimation of material cost for the course estimation and costing. Course code is 15ME61T for 6th semester diploma mechanical engineering. Myself Mohammad Imran, lecturer in GPT Karwar. So in the today's session we are discussing the following content: the components of the cost, prime cost, factory cost, office cost, selling price, and the relationship between elements and components of cost. The components of cost. What are the components of cost? The following are the various components of cost. That is prime cost, factory cost, office cost, total cost, and selling price. So there are five components of cost, that is prime cost, factory cost, office cost, total cost, and selling prices. These are the components of the cost. So what are those? We'll discuss one by one. First is the prime cost. So prime cost is addition of direct material, so direct labor, and direct expenses. In the earlier, we have studied about the various elements of the cost. In that, we have studied labor, material, and expenses. Again, we subdivided these things. So in the today's session, we are discussing the components of the cost. In that, first is prime cost. So prime cost is the addition of direct material cost, direct labor cost, and direct expenses. So addition of all these three things will gives you the prime cost. Next is the factory cost. So for the factory cost, so these costs are cumulative one. For getting factory cost, you need prime cost, and for getting office cost, you need factory cost. So they are calculated step by step. You cannot vary these kind of the components of cannot you cannot misnumber. So you can take it total cost before or office cost downwards. No, not like that. It should become in a systematic manner. First, you need to calculate prime cost. After that, factory cost. Then office cost. Then the total cost, and after that, selling price. So factory cost now. Factory cost is the cumulative addition of prime cost plus the factory on cost. The factory cost or factory overhead or factory expenses, whatever incurred in the factory, that will be added to the prime cost in order to get the factory cost. So this factory cost is also known as work cost. In the problem may they ask work cost, so you should not confuse that. What is factory, what is work cost? So work cost is nothing but factory cost. Office cost. So office cost is the addition of factory cost plus the office expenses, office and administrative expenses. The expenses which are incurred in the administrative or office, that will be added to the factory cost in order to get the office cost. It is step by step. So once all the expenses will be keep on adding in the each department, uh, you will get a different components of cost. So after adding the factory cost to the administrative expenses, you will get office cost. Next is total cost. This office cost is also known as manufacturing cost or cost of production. So you must note that in the examination or in the problems they may ask manufacturing cost, they may given cost of production. So that means it is nothing but office cost. The total cost. The total cost is nothing but the addition of office cost or manufacturing cost plus selling and distribution expenses. So what are the expenses that will come in selling and distribution costs? That may be the salaries of the salesperson, advertisement, transportation charges, loading and unloading of the workpiece, these things. Whatever comes expenses that will come in the sales and distribution expenses will be added to the office cost in order to get the total cost. So next is the selling price. So after adding all the cost, the total cost, you will add the profit. If you add total cost, if you add profit to the total cost, then it will become selling price. And sometimes the losses also will be occurred. So if you deduct the loss from the total cost, then also it will become selling price. If the profit is occurring, then you have to add it. If the loss is coming, then you have to deduct it from the total cost. So selling price is the addition of total cost plus profit or loss. So the chart showing the elements of the cost and the components of cost. You can see here direct material, direct labor, and direct expense. If you add these three things, it will become prime cost. So if you add prime cost, the factory expenses, if you add factory expenses to the prime cost, then it will become factory cost. If you add office expenses or administrative expenses, then it will become production cost, that will be also known as manufacturing cost or office cost. So if you add selling and distribution expense to the office cost or production cost or manufacturing cost, that will become total or ultimate cost. If you add profit or loss to the total cost, then it will become selling price. So it is very important, though this chart is will be asked in the examination. Write the chart for elements of cost and the components of cost. Then you have to write this chart. Next is also important block diagram to show the relationship between elements of cost and uh, components of cost. Here, direct material, direct labor, and direct expenses is the prime cost. So it is also known as direct cost or prime cost. So if you add factory expenses to the prime cost, then it will become uh, factory cost. So factory cost is also known as work cost. So if you add administrative expenses to the factory cost, then it will become manufacturing cost or office cost or production cost. So all are same names. So if you add selling and distribution expense to the office cost, then it will become total cost or uh, selling cost. If you add profit or loss to the total cost, then it will become selling price or market price or catalog price. So this block diagram is usually asking in the examination. Write the block diagram for showing the relationship between elements of cost and components of cost. You must note this block diagram. It is very important. Then the different methods of allocation of overheads. So in the earlier class we have studied about overhead, that is indirect expenses. So it is very important to allocate the overhead calculation. So how to calculate the overhead and how to allot this overhead. So some overhead is not possible to count. So to avoid that, there are different methods of calculation of allocation of overhead. So following are these methods: the percentage on direct material cost, the percentage on direct labor cost, the percentage on prime cost method, man hour method, machine hour method, combination of man hour and machine hour, and the unit rate method. In percentage on direct material cost, this method is based on the theory that overhead expenses is incurred is proportional to the value of direct material consumed. So in this method, it assumes that the overhead expenses is directly proportional to the direct material consumed. If the direct material consumed is more than the then the overhead expense is also more. So some expense, some percentage of percentage is fixed on the direct material. So if the direct material is 10% of direct material, suppose if the total cost of the material, total direct material cost was purchased was for rupees 1000, then the overhead expenses will be 10% of that, that is 100 rupees. If it is varies, if it becomes 2000, then the overhead expenses will become 200. Like that, it will vary because we are allotting a particular percentage. So calculation for percentage on overhead equals to total overhead expenses divided by total directive material cost. For example, total direct material cost is 1000, then the total overhead expenses is 10 lakh. So if you divide that, that will you will give the overhead rate. So percentage on direct labor cost. So in that method, instead of allowing allowing the percentage on direct material, we are allowing the percentage on the salaries or wages paid to the labor. So if you pay some 50,000 labor a payment labor, then certain amount a percentage of amount is allotted on the payment made to the wages. So that is used for calculation of percentage on direct labor cost. In this method, allocation of on cost depends upon the wages paid to the direct labor. So allocation of the on cost or overhead expense depends on the wages paid to the direct labor. This method is very reasonable and simple in calculation. Therefore, this method is very popular. It is a ratio of total overhead to the total direct labor for that period. Total overhead for the period to the total direct labor for that period. Overhead rate equals to, if you got a total overhead expense of something, and if you paid a total overhead total direct labor to the wages to the direct labor, then you will get overhead. Here you will come to know the total overhead expenses divided by the material cost. You are so my expense made on purchase of direct material cost will be divided in the numerator. You will get the overhead rate. So in the third, percentage on prime cost. So in this method, direct material, direct expenses, direct material and direct labor and direct expenses are added together, and certain percentage is allotted on the prime cost to calculate the overhead rate. This is very also simple method, so it has gained popularity. So this is method is suitable where the labor and materials both play equal role. If a company is manufacturing a certain component where labor and the um, uh, materials both play an important role in the cost of the product, then those company will adopt this method. This method will give the same overhead cost for two products with equal prime cost. So it is just but nothing but addition of these two methods, direct material cost and direct labor cost, because they are considering both labor and material for the calculation of overhead rate. Total overhead for a period divided by prime cost over a period. This method will give the same overhead cost of two products is equal to prime cost, even though their labor and material cost will be different. This will be useful rarely when the type of product we manufactured, when the direct labor and direct material cost nearly equal. For example, a steel bolt manufacturing, where the material is also important, and also the operator is also important. He has to do the operations. And the material is also important. So in the such kind we can use the percentage of prime cost method. Man-hour rate. Here the overhead is spent on the total man-hour spent by the company. For example, if there are 50 workers in a company, they are working for 8 hours. And they needed 25 days to manufacture some component, it will be multiplied. Total man hour will become 50 worker into 8 hours per day, that will become 400 hours, and 25 days, so something 6,000. So that will become total man hour rate. The total overhead is divided by this total man hour spent on the particular component, that will give the man hour rate. In this next one is unit rate method. In unit rate method, the overhead is allocated on the unit of the component. For example, per kg or per liter, per grams or per ton, per liter, per meter, per piece. So if one piece is manufactured, then somewhat overhead expenses will be allotted. Some kg of product is manufactured, then some percentage of this one is overhead charges will be allotted, like this. So these things will you come to know during solution of problems. So don't worry about these things. When you are solving the problems, you come to know how easy it is. Now, so explaining these things, you feel little difficult, but during the solution of problem, it is very easy. You come to know. In this method, it is also known as production unit basis method. So in this, on cost is allocated on the basis of unit of production. The unit of production may be per piece or per kilogram, per ton, per liter, per meter, etc. So this will finish us this session. So thank you for watching this session, and we'll come back next session with more introduction to material estimation of material cost. Thank you.